and welcome to GBR. You find us today racing with the guys from the MRC in the GT3 World Series, Season 5. This is round 3 for a 1 hour endurance race at Autopolis. And I just noticed that's a lovely grandstand that they have here. After 10 minutes of qualifying, Dark Clark is on pole in the Ferrari. In second place is Herocram in the Ford. In third place we have Judge in the Ferrari. In fourth place we have P. Gibb in a Renault. In fifth we have JRC in the Peugeot. In sixth place we have Fat Pickles in the Jag. In seventh we have Midnight in the Ferrari. Eighth place is Fabuki in the Lexus. In ninth place we've got Brucey in the Jag, and he's going to sneak up on you tonight. In 10th place we have Toby in the Lexus. In 11th we have Donkey Chong in the Corvette. 12th place we've got Golden Brownie in the VW. And in 13th we have James Harbin in the Audi. I will just make sure that it's coming through live before I do this, because it's coming through live. Yep, cool, that's good, happy days. Don't want to be sat here for an hour and chatting to myself. So let's get this race underway. We have got a little bit of weather. Whether it comes in or not, who knows. Let's see how the race unfolds. We've got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. Everyone seems to get a decent start off the line, apart from the Ford. We know that's slow off the line on the last couple of races that we have had. But Dark Clark there is going to lead the way into turn 1. Judge there in second. P. Gibb just sneaks in front of JRC for third place. Here it comes down to fifth. Looks like Donkey Chong again. It all sorts of wrong on the exit of turn 1 there. Toby there, still on the background there. There's Lexus on McDonald's and White Bike. Here comes been able to use that power of the Ford to get back past JRC. And 1 position back from the start. Midnight there in 6th. On the inside of Fat Pickles. Bruce is going to follow suit as well, getting that tail end lit up, coming out of the first hairpin on the track. In 7th place, Fat Pickles in 8th. Fabuki there in 9th place, going side by side with Golden Brownie. Donkey Chong's there in on the mix. They're going to go 3 wide coming into turn 1. And who was that that's gone deep? That's Fat Pickles, gone deep into the hairpin. Did he get a little bump from one of the guys behind? Yep, it's going to be Golden Brownie. Gets his braking wrong, misses Midnight, luckily, but that's going to put him to the back of the pack. Golden Brownie there is going to wait on the exit of the hairpin. So that's dropped Pickles and Golden Brownie now to the back of the pack. See, a long race, so plenty of time to try and make up some positions. And Dark Clark, as he's coming through this final section, he's got a little bit of a gap over Judge there in 2nd place. He's on the hards, Judge is on the hards. So we're on the mediums, probably boys. Got past P. Gibbs on the P. Gibbs on the mediums as well. Sure how Herocram got past P. Gibbs. It looks like Herocram's going to try and set up a move here on Judge. Judge is going to stick it to the right hand side, white line up towards turn 1. But Herocram's already into 2nd place. Got the move done really before the braking. Gone in a little bit deep as Herocram. It's going to allow Judge to fight back. Gap into 2nd place, but all this fighting is going to allow Dark Clark in 1st place just to check out even more. P. Gibb there in 4th. Had a little look coming down towards turn 2, but couldn't do anything without Herocram in front of him. the gap to JRC there in 5th. Donkey in 6th place. He's on the softs. That's how he's moved up quite a bit, because everyone seems to be on the hards or the mediums. Brucey on the hards, Midnight on the hards, Bookie hards, everyone. Golden Brownie on the mediums. There on the hards as well, so they've kind of.
A good-looking car.
Oh, Golden Brownie spinning it off. Out of the long left-hander, did he just get on the grass on the outside? Slight touch on the grass, and that's spun him out, nearly collects Fat Pickles again out of that corner. But Dark up there in the lead. Here it comes. He's got past Judge. Did he get that? Got it into the hairpin. Gone all the way to the left-hand side of the track. Gets it just close enough to the apex not to send Judge off wide there on the exit. So Huracan's going to have his sights set forward to Clark in first, because he's on the medium, so he should be able to close up a little bit to Dark Clark, who is on, he's on the hards. Just there, pretty good for JRC, keep moving. We've got Donkey Kong right behind him. Is Donkey going to try and make a move out of the last corner down towards turn 1? He gives looking mighty racy as well in front behind Judge. There's going to be a few to watch as we're coming down towards turn 1. I'll stay with JRC, see forward and back with Brucey and Midnight there as well. There, he's gone for the outside move. Donkey's gone for the inside. Judge is going to stay in 3rd place by the looks of it. Donkey's used that power of the Corvette to power on past JRC, and Brucey there just stays ahead of Midnight. But Midnight's got a good drive coming out of the first corner down towards turn 2. Midnight's got that move done now. Moving slowly back up the pit line. I think he started 7th or 8th anyway, I see, so about where he was, where he started on the grid. Which they're going to try and cut up the inside of Midnight, can't get it done. Out of the first hairpin. Kabuki there in 9th place. Just probably biding his time, just looking after them hard tyres, not to spin it out on the Lexus. James there in 10th, he's up a couple of positions from the beginning there. Toby there, still a little bit jumpy. Hopefully by the end of the season he'll have his Wi-Fi sorted and won't be jumping all over the track. In fact, it was trying to recover then obviously from that turn 1 incident with Golden Brownie. He is in 13th, but Dark Cup, he's been caught by Huracan now. What was it? 48.0, 48.5. Huracan was making moves on lap 2. This lap he's had a clear lap, so we'll see what the lap time is for Huracan and Clark this time. See how much he's been able to take out of him. That lap of 48.5 compared to 47 plus, and 1 second quicker between the hards and the mediums. So Huracan should be on the rear end of Dark Clark coming through, probably sector 2, no, probably more sector 3 actually, because this is sector 1 is over as they go through there. Judge there in 3rd. He's now got Donkey Kong behind him, who's working his way up to 4th place now. From soft tyres really helping him move forward early on in this race. You can see there the life of the tyres he's already taken out about 15 or so % on that front left. So how long will they last before they fall off a cliff? On that Corvette, P-Gib there in 5th place. He's just probably got the same overtake that happened to JRC as well, to P-Gib. Donkey Kong over the move. No, he hasn't. He's going to sit behind Judge. Is he going to try and get the exit out? Ooh, he tries, gets the power on too early. He lights up the rear end. Can't get that move done down towards this double right here at the bottom of the hill. can't see on the track map that Hero Cam is right behind Dark as well. You can just see up ahead, it looks like Hero Cam's going to go for the inside move there through that right hander, but can't get it done. Dark's going to hold off this first place from Hero Cam, but I don't think he's going to be able to defend from Hero Cam down the main straight. Hero Cam's going to get the power on now. Let's jump on board and see how much faster this Ford is compared to the Ferrari. He is in the slipstream, tries to get Clark to go to the left hand side to slip underneath. He's not going to be able to do it down the main straight, so Ferrari actually got a little bit of space. I think the Ford doesn't have enough time to get up to full speed down the start finish straight, so just can't get that move on Dark Clark. The battle for first place will rage on for lap 5 now. How will Hero Cam get past Clark? Clark's just going to put it on all the right places to stop Hero Cam from going up the inside of the corners and taking that position away from him. Last time, yeah, 7 tenths, so that's how he is just caught up. We've got 1.7 seconds in 2 laps as Hero Cam. Donkey Kong, he's got past Judge now for 3rd place. He'll probably try and close up to the rear end of these before his tyres wear out. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that, he's already dropped down to about 30% now of the
can't get the undercut coming out the slow corners.
Corvette there, but yeah, Hero Cam still just stuck there behind Dark Clark for the moment. I'll just have a little run through, see if there's been really any changes in positions. I think everyone's kind of where they were. We'll start to spread out a little bit between the rest of the pack. We're all about a second or so from each other, but this is the main battle at the moment. Hero Cam tyres aren't going to wear out for any time soon. Dark Clark staying to the right hand side again in towards turn 1. Obviously these slower laps are going to allow Donkey Kong to close up what was the last lap, 48.0, so got up about 3 to 4 tenths on that last lap. He is about 3 seconds behind Hero Cam. He's going to go around the outside there. It's going to give him the inside line, a little bit of love tap between the two. Dark Clark's going to have the inside line now for the hairpin. He should be able to just ease out in front of Hero Cam. Yes, he does. Cuts his nose off into the long left. It's a great battle between these two. I think it's going to be a long season battle between Dark Clark and Hero Cam. He's going to cover the inside line of the hairpin. Hero Cam looks for the inside, but can't get it. The nose cut off. Hero Cam gets that drive coming out of the hairpin. See, I say, all this fighting they're doing is going to allow the rest of the group behind close it up to them, maybe slowly, because obviously they're not the slowest drivers on the grid, that's for sure. That's why they're at the front, but Dark Clark holding off now near enough 2 laps. He's held off Hero Cam trying to get past, so this is just kind of an advantage at the moment for Dark Clark, because he is on the hard tyres compared to Hero Cam's mediums. Looks like Donkey Kong, yeah, his front left, he's cooked it. Will he be coming in this lap, or will he come in the next one? Looks like he's going to go around for one more. He didn't pull hard left out of the last corner. But I reckon Donkey Kong will get to the end of lap 7 and come into the pit. Release P-Give on their mediums to try and catch up, but 48.8 for them, 49.3s, 49.4, so yeah, another 3-4 attempts caught up that lap from Donkey, even though his tyres are cooked. Dark Clark still holding off Hero Cam there in 2nd place. I think Donkey Kong is probably going to be slowing up P-Give and Judge now, probably for this lap. It's going to allow JRC to close up to the rear end of Judge in front Midnight there. He's caught up a little bit to JRC. He's dropped Brucey by a couple of seconds. in 9th place, just ahead of James in 7th. Toby is trying to race in a different postcode compared to everyone else. Got Pickles there in 12th, Golden Brownie in 13th. So everyone is still, Big Gibbs got past Donkey up towards the hairpin by the looks of it, so just getting a good drive out that left-hander. That'll be where Donkey Kong, both his front tyres are just gone. So Joel judges the next driver in line to have a little shot at getting past Donkey, but you can probably tell that Donkey's tyres are gone and coming in fairly shortly. He just waits until he goes for the move. No, Donkey keeps it tight there through the right-hander. See the judges all over the rear end of Donkey, just can't get past him. This last sector is probably one of the harder sectors on the track to try and make a move. Will Donkey pull to the left-hand side? Yes, he does. He darts into the pit, but that's allowed JRC to really close onto the rear end of Judge. But P. Gibb, he's opened up about a 2-second gap just in that one lap of getting past, well, not one lap, half a lap. That's how much lower the soft tyres really died off and slowed down Donkey Chong. He's still sat behind Dark Clark, who is just defending every corner for his life at the moment. And Hero Hamilton can't get past him as we run through this long left. It's the tyre where the fuel is better on the Ford. I thought it wouldn't be, but Hero Hamilton see fuel saving a little bit, sat in behind him when he can. Overcut. No, he's not. Dark Dark's going to be able to just defend off Hero Cram as they come round to the bottom there. The track down forward is double right-hander. Slight tap there on the apex. Hero Cram waits up and lets Dark Dark go again. So good racing, even though they are nose to tail for, what's this, the 4th lap now, I think, in a row. There's not been really more than the car's width distance between the two of them. What's his lap times? He was catching, and I think these two have just kind of settled in a little bit. He did pull away on the last lap. See if they're going to pull away again on this lap. 48.8, 47.6. P. Gibbs caught over 1.2 seconds that lap. Here comes got to the inside line of Dark Clark now in towards turn 1. That's going to release Hero Cram, is it? As we're coming down towards 2, Dark Clark's just there on the rear quarter panel of Hero Cram. If he can hang this around the outside, Dark Clark is going to give him a bit more of an advantage. No, it's not. He just can't get the hard tyres to grip up through turn 2. It's going to allow Hero Cram just to take the hairpin as he wants to now, and now he can try and stretch the legs of the Ford and use the rest of his tyres and fuel for the remainder of this stint. But obviously that's going to allow them to just try and pull away a little bit from P. Gibb in 3rd place, Judge there in 4th, JRC in 5th place. Midnight, he's caught up to the rear end of JRC now in 6th. Brucey there in 7th. He's got Kabuki just behind him in 8th. James there in 9th. Why is... oh yeah, because Donkey's all pitted. That's why he's behind everyone. I was wondering why everyone had moved up. Because I know Kabuki was in 8th. James in 10th. But yeah, they all moved up because of Donkey's pitting. But Hero Cram, he's still got the fastest lap of the race at the moment. 47.5, but I'm sure that will change when some of these drivers get onto the soft tyres. There's not really any battling going on too much in the back of this pack. These three are fairly close to one another at the moment, all on the hard tyres, all got around the same fuel. Kabuki's got a little bit more than James and Toby. James had a good drive out of the last corner. He's got within a car length of Fubuki as we're coming down towards the first corner, but James can't get alongside Fubuki to try and make a move. Will he try and get a good drive out of turn 1 and stick it up the inside? No, he won't. But Toby there, he's caught up to the rear end. Fubuki there just playing with his indicators as we're coming down towards turn 2. But James there is just going to hold Toby off there in 10th place for the time being, and JRC going at it for 5th place. You'll see that he's a little bit stuck in the middle of this battle and the group behind at the moment. Front 3, he's got a front 4 really just there. He's just ahead of this group. See him right there in the foreground of the shop. Oh, there's someone spinning. Is that Donkey Chong? Looks like it is. What happened to Donkey Chong there as he came out of the hairpin, it looked like. Just get it lit up. Yeah, just got it lit up on the hard tyres. Somehow picks up rear bumper damage when he hits the ball sideways. On the side of the car, but GT physics for you. Unlucky there for John Foster's. This is what his first flying. No, second flying lap. And now here Graham has been released. He's gone even faster by about 2 tenths. Well, 1.5 tenths over his fastest lap. Will he go even faster now, or will Walking Tyres kind of kick themselves? No, he's gone faster by another tenth. Dark Truck there doing 48s, and he'll come down 72, so about 2 seconds now between first and second. He gives there about another 2 seconds behind in third. I did see someone come into the pit. Judge there in 4th place. He's about 4 seconds behind. JSC about a second behind. Midnight there. Car length behind. Fubuki. That's the last been it. Is Brucey's come into the pit. He's getting rid of the hard tyres. He's done 19 minutes on them hards. Golden Brownie's done the same. He's got damage on the front right. I'm guessing he smashed into the pit wall. Let's have a look. Oh, look. Yeah, it's carried far too much speed into the barrier. And Donkey Chong there, he's going to be coming around the last corner. And, oh no, he's going to come back into the pit. So he's done his 3 required, we've done 4 laps on them hard tyres. So he has done his hard stint. He's now just got the mediums and softs just to run to the end of the race. He's got a bit more fuel than Dark Park. He's going to be coming in at the end of this lap. He'll give him one, have enough to go around to do one more. Looks like probably could be enough. Judge there in 4th. He's got enough lap fuel to do at least 2. JLC's probably got enough for one more. He's not got 2 laps. Fubuki there, he's got quite a bit left. James there, he's got about 2 laps of fuel, same as Toby. Matt Pickles is the last of the runners not to have pitted at the moment, and he's doing the best on the fuel out of pretty much everyone at the moment. We'll jump to the front. Does Dark Clark come into the pit? Yes, he does. Dark Clark's in. I think he's really the only one that's going to come in this time round. He gives tyres too bad. JRC's come in as well. He didn't have enough fuel to go round, so does that mean who's the other one that is low on fuel? I hate it when it does this. That was someone else. James, that was it. Yeah, he's definitely got enough fuel then to go for one more in the tank for James. Obviously he's going to release Toby a little bit for a couple of laps to try and sneak up to the rear end of Fubuki there in 5th place currently. Let's see through the pit cycle, so it's all a little bit messed up, but Dark Clock there comes out in 9th place, full tank, medium tyres. He's been caught quite a bit by Brucey. Brucey took half a tank and softs, so that's why Brucey's brought up probably a good 10 seconds or so just through the pit cycle. Obviously different strategies at the moment. See how they all play out come at the end of the race. Obviously Dark Clock, he's got his hard stint out of the way. Brucey also has got his hard stint out of the way, so these two have just got the softs and the mediums to run through the end. JRC's come out in 11th place at the moment, just ahead of Golden Brownie. Which JRC goes to go? JRC went to mediums. So he's got the softs to go. Golden Brownie's got the hards to go at some point. And Donkey there, he's come out on the mediums after his 2 pit stops. Hero-Cam's come into the pit. P-Gib into the pit. Judge, he's coming into the pit. He's going to go round for one more lap by the looks of it. Rookie there, he'll go round for one more. James there, he's now coming to the pit, so the pit's getting quite busy now for all the mechanics. Fat Pickles, he's going to go round for one more, or at least 2 more, because his fuel light's not even flashing yet. It only flashes when you've got 2 laps of fuel to go, so he's good for another couple of laps. He's come out of the pits now. He's only got 75% on fuel in and hard tyres, so probably trying to negate time lost on the hards with a lighter car. And just there, he's come out on just under half a tank on the soft tyres. Interesting. See, his car feels like he can't push on too many laps, so why put too much fuel in? And carry a heavy car for no reason. So Dark Clock technically in 3rd place. He's got Brucey right at his tailpipes coming out of the first hairpin. Brucey trying to go for a move up towards the hairpin. Let's jump on board with him. Chase Cam has gone to the right hand side. Clarky let him have this position. Doesn't look like he's going to. He's going to fight it. Brucey's trying to go around the outside. If he pulls this one off coming down towards the head, that's a lovely move there from Brucey. On Dark Clock, looks like he's going to get that one done. Yes, alright, different tyres. But even still, I'm sure Brucey was running from here to where overtaking the championship leader at the moment. Brucey's got the fastest out of the race as well, 46.4. Midnight's come into the pit, so that should mean that for Buki, he's going to go round again. Toby's come into the pit, so for Buki's got one more lap. And about Fat Pickles, his fuel light's finally come on, so he's probably got about 1.5 laps of fuel as he crosses the line. Extending this out quite long. It's going to be over 25 minutes for Buki and Fat Pickles for their first stint. I think we start on 8% fuel as well, so if you didn't have to use all 3 tyres, these two would definitely be able to make it just on a 1-stop. See, 2 tyres required for 2 pit stops required for the endurance races. So that's going to drop them to behind Hero-Cram. Once they make their pit, which will go through everyone. Let's see. Brucey's lost it to Dark Clock. I'm guessing turn 1. Yeah, Dark Clock's come back in down the top level. Brucey might have had a little off track somewhere, but no, Dark Clock's kept with him through that final sector on the medium tyres and got back past Brucey. Work. Yeah, no one really fighting on track at the moment, so we'll see if Fubuki comes into the pits this time round. I think he will do. I don't think he's got enough fuel to make it another lap. Through his final sector, we'll see Fat Pickles there in 2nd place. They've got about the same amount of fuel left in the tank. That'll do feel like these two will come in. So once these two have come out of the pits, I'll go through the running order currently and see where everyone is. Obviously everyone's on half tanks and 3/4 tanks and full tanks, so it's not going to be a true representation of where they're potentially going to be finishing come the end of the race. But Hero Crown there in 3rd place. He's got caught by the judge there. Obviously now Hero Crown goes into 1st place. 48.4, judged 46.1. So 2.3 seconds. Obviously that's the difference between the softs and the hard tyres. About 1/4 of a tank difference in fuel, but yeah, so I reckon Judge will be trying to push past Hero Crown at some point during this lap. Going to the first hairpin, he's not going to be able to get it there. We'll try and look at the drive that Judge gets out of the hairpin. He keeps it right up behind Hero Crown. He's on a tight line. Will he be able to make it move up towards turn? Well, I don't know what turn this one is, but the left-hand hairpin, yes, he does. He gets that nice and tight on the curving. Judge into 1st place. Obviously, he's only got probably about 4 laps before the tyres absolutely fall off the car. He's got to make the most of it. He's dispatched Hero Crown nicely. He's got clean air just to push on now until he comes into the pits. But Judge now in 1st, Hero Crown in 2nd, Dark Cloud in 3rd place, Brucey in 4th. Yeah, there you go. Brucey came in at the end of lap 10, and by then, not even by the end of lap 15, his tyres are gone. JRC there in 5th, just ahead of P-Give there in 6th, Golden Brownie in 7th place. His tyres are cooked as well. Midnight in 8th, Fuki in 9th place. James and Toby, after they fitted, are still neck and neck for 10th and 11th. James Egg just going a little bit wide, coming through the penultimate corner. Pickles in 12th place, and Donkey there in 13th. Donkey's had the greatest of races so far, but he's coming up to halfway at the moment, so anything can happen. You know, other people could have mistakes, and Donkey can get some vital points on the board. Just going to have a quick drinks break. Stay with Judge for a minute. Judge there in 1st place, pulled out another 2 seconds on Hero Crown for the last time round. Dark Cup looks like he's closing in 47 dead to 48.6, so 1.6 seconds caught up. That'll be interesting because they both were on the opposite tyres the last time round. Will Dark Cup be able to get past Hero Crown quicker than Hero Crown could get past Dark Cup in the first stint? Interesting to see, because he's been catching up fairly quickly, and I don't think the lap times were 47s, 48s. No, so they were about the same, the opposite way round, if you get what I mean. With Hero Crown, once he got past Dark Cloud, he was about a second and a half quicker than Dark Cloud was at 46.8 for Dark Cloud, 48.4. So I think Dark Cloud will probably get stuck behind Hero Crown for a little bit. It's quite a hard track to overtake. Bruce is coming to the pit now from 4th place. He's going to drop back quite a bit because everyone there in the mid pack is fairly close to one another. These are at the front are quite a bit away ahead of JRC there in 4th place. Who's pulled a little bit of a gap now over P-Give. 150, 148, 147 across the board there for JRC, so the consistency from Jersey is just letting him pull away from P-Give there in 5th. Midnight there, 48.0, but he has got Fubuki sort of half a second the last time round. So these two will be pushing forward, both on medium tyres. Midnight's got a heavier car than Buki, so interesting to see who is going to catch up to potentially P. Gibb, because P. Gibb's on the hard tyres, so that's why he's dropping off a little bit to get us into the clutches of Midnight and Fubuki. Toby, he's finally got past James, but he's on the softs compared to James being on the mediums. That'll be why he's got past and into 8th place. Fat Pickle's there in 10th. He's on from the hard tyres to the mediums, so he's going to go for probably leave it to about 15 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe about 12 minutes before he comes in to put them soft tyres on. Brucey there in 11th on his outlap. Golden Runny there, he's on his outlap as well. He's gone to the hards, Brucey's gone to the mediums, so Brucey would have put away a little bit there from Golden Brownie. Donkey there in 13th here, so he's not too far behind Golden Brownie. Both same amount of fuel, but Donkey's already done, what has he done? 5-6 laps now on their mediums. So the tyre weight, you can see that it's starting to kick in for him. The same as for Judge. Oh, I've just noticed that Dark Duck's got past Hero Crown going forward. So coming down the start-finish straight. Dark Duck able to use that slipstream and forward, can't get all his power down on this long straight and really open up his legs. Dark Duck's able to hang it round the outside of Hero Crown, so done it first time of asking there for Dark Duck, but he'll be able to potentially stretch his legs for we've got half a tank of fuel left, so you know exactly how many laps that will be, probably about another 8 to 10 laps of fuel to put away over Hero Crown. So we've got 28 minutes of the race to go, so Dark Duck at the moment doing what he needs to do to keep his championship lead for this season. Judge there, his fuel lights coming on, so he's probably got one more lap after this, and he'll probably be praying them tyres hold on till the end of the next lap, because these tyres, once they get over about 50%, they just drop off, they really do, and you can feel the grip just disappearing, and that was already a second slubber between lap 14 and 17. That's how much they drop off. This lap probably even slubber for Judge. I'll just stay with him and see what the lap time is. Comes around the last corner now. It's probably going to be near the 48s, 47.9. So yeah, that's how much they've dropped off, and up there 47.0. So caught a second, even though he made that overtake on Hero Crown at the beginning of the lap. He caught nearly a second on Judge. He is 3 seconds behind, so he's going to be probably fairly close to the rear end of Judge at the end of this lap. Hero Crown there 48.9, so he's doing about the same lap times on the hards as Judges on the dead softs. JLC there in 4th place, a little bit on his own at the moment, but just putting in the lap times that he needs to at the moment, because it will come to fruition at the end of the race. So we've all still got one more pit stop. You guys have done their two pit stops, but probably won't make it on fuel and probably tyres to the end of the race. Unless you're on the hard, you might make it to the end, but you've got to do half an hour of hard tyres around track this twisty. Probably not. Midnight there, he's been able to get past P. Gibb, and he's having to put a little bit of a gap over Fubuki as well, because them two were fairly close to one another, but he's put P. Gibb in between them. use that to try and probably pull away from Kabuki. But P-Give there, he's done, what's he done? Quite a few laps now on the hard tyres. And just trying to figure out how many laps, so it's lap 6 or 7 for P-Give. Toby there, he's on the soft, so he's probably going to be coming in this lap. Don't really why you put a full tank of fuel in, because that's going to wear the tyres out that a little bit more. But he got past James, quite a bit of a gap over James, but the last couple of laps he's lost time. But I reckon he'll be coming in at any second. No, he's going to go for one more. Is Toby, so that tyre is going to be screaming at him why he didn't come in that, because it'll be completely red. Obviously by the rules, I believe you have to pit once your tyre has gone red. If not, pass go. But James will probably get that position over Toby by the end of the lap. As you can see, obviously Judge came into the pit. Where did Judge come out? In 10th place, so full tank, medium tyres, probably good to go to the end, I would think. So Judge now will try and do the best he can to catch up to his dad, just up in front of him, that Pickles, who he's got the soft tyres to run still, so pretty much a pit stop behind Judge. She just came into the lead. It'll be interesting to see where Dark Cloud and Herocram pit, where Judge filters back into him. Obviously they're going to be quite a while, because they've got still a quarter of a tank left in their car. But Dark Cloud there just decent lap time after decent lap time at the moment. What was it, high 46s? Yeah, high 46s, where here it comes in the low 48s. So over a second gained from Dark Dark each lap at the moment. And it's now about 25 seconds between first and second. About 10 seconds to third of JRC. Toby here did come into the pit. Was his tyre completely red? Yes, it was. I knew it would be, and he's got a half-second penalty. Not really sure where he's going to pick that up. Yeah, the second set of pit stops is kind of happening. A few guys obviously still got half a tank, or not just over half a tank. They're about 35-40% left of his tank. He's dropped back behind Kabuki. Obviously, I think he's got the softs to run to, so I'm going to run a quite long, hard stint here, just to make it to his soft pit window. That's really good. Them three are fairly close on the track. We've got Blackpool's here with Judge not too far behind now. Both on the medium tyres. Obviously that Pickle's been on them for a good 7-8 laps now. He's going to be feeling that tyre wear compared to Judge in 9th place. Brucey there in 10th. Coming down the hill, Golden Brownie in 11th, Donkey Kong in 12th. Toby in 13th after his pit stop. Brucey's got quite a bit, he's not got too far ahead. He's got about 6 seconds to Judge in front of him, and about 11-12 seconds to Golden Brownie behind. And who has got Donkey Kong catching? Yeah, Donkey Kong is catching a little bit at the moment on the lap times. He's on the very worn mediums to Golden Brownie's fairly fresh hards. See, Toby has just come out of the pit, so he'll probably be able to catch up to the rear end of Donkey fairly quickly. That's if Donkey doesn't come into the pit this lap, because the tyres are not looking nice at all for Donkey. Probably do 1 or 2 laps. No, he's going to come into the pit, so obviously I know Donkey's already done his, all 3 tyres have been used, so go to whatever tyre he wants to. We'll go for mediums till the end of the race, I would think. 20 minutes should be able to make them last about 10 laps. Which is about, maybe probably 11 laps actually, looking at the times that I was doing. Ducked up there, leads the way at the moment. He is just over 5 seconds ahead of Hero Crown there in 2nd place. But Hero Crown he's getting a little bit quicker. He drops into the 47s, and Dark Clark was in the nearly mid 47s last time round. So the crossover point is happening between the two. 47.3. So yeah, the crossover hasn't happened as of yet, but Hero Crown will be coming into the end of into the pit at the end of this lap. Fuel not in his favour at the moment. JRC there, he's still got a quarter of a tank of fuel left. Just dipped into the 48s at the moment. Midnight there, he's comfortably in mid 47s. Time not too much between the two of them, probably a couple of laps I think. No, I don't know when JRC gets on the timing screen there on the right hand side, so yeah, probably a lap or 2 older tyres for JRC than Midnight. He's pretty much been doing the same lap times as Midnight in front of him, a couple of attempts here or there between the two. Piga there, still on his hard tyres, pushing through. James there, is he catching up to high 48s? Yeah, mid 48s. He's gone low 49 the last time round, so maybe the tyre wear starting to kick in a bit for James at the moment. Judge now, he's got past Fat Pickles, and we can see James up ahead. He's coming up here. You just see James going through that right hander up ahead. Obviously, a very small little pixel. You can see him there in 9th place. Brucey there in 10th. Hero, he does come into the pit, so he's probably going to try and put the softs on now and go to the end. That's going to be a hard one for the 17 minutes, 17.5 minutes, so we could have about 9 laps. It's going to be hard, but you might do it. Toby there in 12th place, catching up to Golden Brownie on them. Fresh, medium, probably going to be coming into the pit this time round as fuel is on. He's had enough of the hard tyres. Going to get rid of Donkey there in 13th. So Dark Clark, he's probably going to be coming to the pit at the end of this lap. He's got the softs to run as well, so he'll be putting them on to the end of the race. 1 lap fresher tyres it'll be than Hero Crown, where it has Hero Crown come out of the pits right behind Fat Pickles. So Fat Pickles is going to be holding up Hero Crown here. Not what he wanted on his first flying lap, but his out lap. Just can't seem to get past at the moment, but he'll probably go for a move up towards the hairpin to really get the power on it a little bit earlier and get the drive. Fat Pickles pulls to the left hand side. He's going to defend this one. Hero Crown has a think about going up the inside. He's going to hang it round the outside of Fat Pickles. Fat Pickles just gives him enough racing room there. Hero Crown does get that move done on Fat Pickles to the right now. So yeah, Dark Clark, he's coming to the pit. Judge there, he's actually stayed ahead of Hero Crown. So Hero Crown's going to be faster. He is on the soft side. He's got quite a lot of time to go on the soft tyres. Dark Clark, he's filling up his fuel tank. Where is Judge? He's coming out of the last corner now. We're about to see who gets out of Clark will get out of the pits before, it looks like he has, as the car just jumps out of the pits on the mini-map. So yeah, Dark Clark, he's jumped. Judge now. Judge has got less fuel as well, so hopefully Judge can make it to the end, because Dark Clark's got just over 3/4. Hillcram's only got just a little bit more than Judge, so Dark Clark might have overfueled just to make sure he was safe to the end. Doesn't want to run out of fuel on the final lap. See, with all the pit stops going on at the moment, obviously the grid order is all a bit mixed up, but JLC there has very, very slowly been chipped away at here by Midnight in now second place, and Fubuki there obviously following suit with Midnight, just chipping away at that lead of JRC. Looks like he'll be coming into the pit. Probably, is it going to be this lap or the next? I'm going to go for one more, try and hold up Midnight a little bit on his in lap. But no, my luck, JRC is going to come into the pit this time round just to commentator's curse and just go against it. Looking at that, I don't think he's got enough fuel, is he? No, he hasn't got enough fuel to go for one more, so JRC into the pit now. This will be the final pit stop for JRC. He'll be going to the softs. I think a lot of the guys have got the softs to run now at the front here. So Midnight into first place. Fubuki there, he's going to be coming into the pit fairly shortly. P-Gib, he's got a couple of laps left. Dark Clark, he's got James right behind him, but I think he's caught up to James and overtaken him. James is going to give it back to him. It looks like that to come up towards turn 1. Going to make Dark Clark defend for it. Obviously James has still got a pit, so kind of a just trying to hold Dark Clark up probably for seeing if Judge can catch up to the rear end of him. But Judge there doing mid 47s, and Hillcram 46.1, fastest lap of the race into the soft tyres, first flying lap, and he's taken 1.3 seconds out of Judge there. So I reckon not long until Judge is going to have to start defending from Hillcram to try and stay, I would say, in this second position. I know he says 6th above in at the moment, but obviously been not Ricky. P-Gib and James have all got to pit at the moment, and they've all dropped behind once that has been served. Fat Pickles 8th. JLC, he's come out in 9th place behind Fat Pickles, but Fat Pickles has got pit for the soft tyres, which probably won't be far off at the moment. Toby there in 10th place. Got quite a bit of gap between him and JLC, and then Brucey behind, not too far behind, about 10 seconds or so between the two of them. And Golden Brownie there in 12th place. Not a great race for Golden Brownie. And same really for Donkey Kong, just not the track for the car at the moment. Midnight still leading the way. Fubuki, P-Gib and James all came into the pit that time round. So that's promoted Dark Clark into second place. We'll see how far Midnight's going to push these mediums. It might be the end of this lap, and he's got 6 laps on the soft tyres to push to the end of the race, which is probably about right. Most people have been doing about 6 to 7 laps. That's why I was amazed Hillcram came in so early for them soft tyres, but he's up the rear end now of Judge. Went purple again the last time around. 10th quicker on lap 26 than he was on lap 25. He's now got Judge to try and contend with to get that second spot on the podium. How is he going to do it? How is he going to get past? He can't get past up coming up towards the left-hand hairpin. Clark there, he's on the soft 48. Oh, it's so close. He's got 200s between them, between Clark and Hillcram's fastest laps the last time round. Hillcram is going to be a lot slower this time round. He's been stuck behind Judge now for a good 3/4 of a lap. Obviously Judge doing well there on the mediums just to defend from Hirogram on them soft tyres. Midnight does come into the pit, so he's going to have about 6 laps on them soft tyres. The Judge there hanging it on the inside there. Doesn't want to give this position up to Hirogram. A little bump and then barging out of the last corner between two of them, but Hirogram just pulls in front of Judge down the start finish straight. But Midnight, he's coming out of the pits already. He's putting about the right amount of fuel in. These two have got just around half a tank, just under. So Midnight not really too far behind these guys on a fresh set of softs, but Judge can't fight back. The mediums just not giving him the grip that he wants. But Hirogram, his tyres pretty much the same. Only the rears are a little bit better. But I reckon a lap or two, and Hirogram's tyres will be worse than Judge's. Judge, he can hang on here, might have a chance of getting Hirogram near the end of the race. But Midnight came out in 4th place, just ahead of JRC, who obviously he's on the softs as well. He's done 1 extra lap than Midnight. In purple. So everyone now they're eyeing 51 minutes on this track, and all the practice and the qualifying that they've done put them on the softs at the end of the race. Even though the fatigue might start to set in, still going to be setting purple sectors, sector 2 even for JRC this time round. Ibuki there in 6th place. You can see JRC just up ahead of him. So not out of it yet for Ibuki, and he's on his first flying lap. So all these guys on about the same lap tyres as each other, 1 lap between them or so. Pigib there, he's in 7th place. He's had a good race so far. He was at the top of the leaderboard, near the top of the leaderboard for quite a while. Just seems that the hard tyres has really done him over here. And he's just dropped off the back of the back, obviously. He's at 45.9, so he's only a 10th off the fastest lap of the race, helped by Darren Clark at the moment. So could be catch up to Fuki. 10th between them. They're both on the soft tyres. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. If you haven't seen it already, it's Toby and James again fighting for 8th place at the moment. These two literally just had a race-long battle. A little bit jumpy there. I don't know if Toby's McDonald's Wi-Fi is rubbing off on James, but James seems a little bit bouncy at the moment. He seems to be pretty good early on in the race, obviously. Driving around behind Toby or in front of Toby, obviously them Big Macs from McDonald's is wearing off on James as he goes for the move on Toby in towards the hairpin. Gets that one done. He's on the softs, so he's going to have that belly grip coming out of the corner as well to get the power down. And Toby obviously on them slightly worn mediums. Probably going to have a chance for Fat Pickles to catch up to Toby as well. Briefly there, he's on the mediums. He's going to struggle to catch up to Dave. Fat Pickles in front of him. Golden Brownie there in 12th place on the mediums, probably good for the end of the race. Donkey there in 13th, he's on the mediums, good for the end of the race as well. But Dark Cup there setting pretty consistent lap times at the moment. All within 2 tenths of each other the last 4 laps, so he's just been able to pull that gap over Hirogram, who dropped Judge a little bit. About 3 seconds he's pulled over him over the last couple of laps. Midnight there, 2 seconds now. Midnight caught up on Judge, so this last spot on the podium could get snatched from Judge. It's only happened once between him and Midnight this season already, and we've only had 3 races. Could Midnight try and do it again and snatch that 3rd position from Judge? Looks like he's bringing JRC with him as well with Midnight, so Judge could be struggling to defend for his 3rd place from 2 cars. Fast approaching here. We're coming to the last 5 minutes, so what's that, 3 laps to go. He's gone across the line. He's going to try and do a lap guide, but obviously the racing's been fairly close between everyone. Obviously, I'm sure you've seen enough of the trackside cameras to kind of figure out where we're going around this one. I'll jump on from Lucy for the lap anyway, and I'll keep my eyes on it as we come down towards turn 1. 100 metre board, smash on the brakes. Kind of a late apex here, coming back onto power, and this little straight, little kink here towards turn 2. See the escape road on the left, it goes purple for the first sector, and we come into the first twisty section of the track and into the hairpin. There's a car parked up here on the track. I can see on the mini map it looks like it is Donkey Chong. He's going to let everyone just slip on past, but then onto this long left-hander, and then up this little hill towards the left-hand hairpin. See that Midnight really caught up to Judge up ahead. And so I'm going to go down this hill through the penalty gates, and this is one of the corners that really wears that front left tyre out, downhill, right-hander all the way on that left-hand side, and then through this second of the right-handers, and a little flick left here, and then a double right. Again, another corner that's just going to wear that front left tyre out, and we go under the Smiley Bridge and then into the technically penultimate corner. I'd call it the last corner because the last corner really isn't the corner, and then we have another left-hander here to end the lap. That is a lap of Autopolis. Thank you Phil Buki for that one. Literally, as I've come off the lap guide, Midnight is going to go for the move on Judge here. As we're coming down towards turn 1, Midnight keeping Judge as tight as he can before he pulls to the left-hand side to get onto the normal racing line, goes around the outside of Judge. That's going to give him that 3rd place, because I don't feel that Judge has got the tyre underneath him to fight back. Midnight's got that fresher, soft tyre, and he's caught quite a few seconds in the last 4 or 3 laps that he's been on them softs. So, is there a chance? He's 4 seconds behind Hero Crown with a lap and a half to go. It's going to be quite hard for Midnight to do so. I don't think that it's going to be possible for him to catch up. Dark Clock there, he's burnt through his softs. He's doing 48s where Hillcrown's doing 47s, and Hillcrown's just slowly looked after them tyres. And Dark Clock went for that fastest lap. Is it going to be the win for Dark Clock? He looks like he's got enough time. He's about, 6-7 seconds ahead. Yeah, he's 1 lap to go, unless that tyre absolutely falls off on the last lap. So Dark Clock's going to be able to bring this one home for the win, because we've got 1 minute and a half to go, and a minute 50 lap. So he will be coming on to the final lap. The white flag is out. He's not waving it, but the white flag should be out for Dark Clock and everyone else. Now Hero Crown's going to come through in second. Midnight there, as he's setting 46.3. 47.7. Yeah, I don't think the gap's going to be really caught by Midnight for that 2nd place, but he's opened up quite a bit of a gap over Judge, who's got JRC, what was he, 6 seconds quicker last time round. About 2.5 seconds between Judge and JRC, so going to be close between JRC catching Judge at the end there. Fabuki in 6th. We've got someone off here. Not too sure who that is. I'm going with Donkey Chong. Yes, it is. Is Golden Brownie going to get round for another lap? Looks like he's going to be able to. He's got 20 seconds to get round the final corner. Is he going to be able to make it across? It looks like he's just going to have enough time to get across the line and start his last lap. Yeah, 8 seconds spare. So yeah, Donkey Kong will finish in 13th. But Dark Clark is coming through this final sector now. Last couple of corners. There we go. The final lap has been released, but popped up on the screen. So the checker flag is out. Oh, I did see the Hero Crab had a little bit of a wiggle there. So his tyres have really gone. Yeah, running a little bit wide through the double right. That's going to allow Midnight now to get right up behind him. What I'm going to do, I'm going to jump to Dark Clark and then I'll jump back to them two for the final couple of corners. Which could be an interesting battle for P2, but Dark Clark will come across to win the race. He's got the pole, got the fastest lap, and he's going to have the win as well. But Hero Crab, he's going to have to defend off Midnight just for one more corner. Midnight's going to try and go around the outside as he through this last corner. Hero Crab's going to have to give him room. Midnight goes through. He's going to get second place just ahead of Hero Crab in 3rd. Unlucky there for Hero Crab. Lose it on the final bit. Judge there gets 4th. Ahead of JRC there in 5th place. Fabuki will get 6th place. P-Gib there, it's a great race at the beginning and just dropped off through that hard stint for P-Gib, who finishes in 7th. Who's that? Donkey Kong finishing 13th, who's in between P-Gib and James, who's going to finish in 8th, just ahead of his race-long rival Toby in 9th, Fat Pickles in 10th, Brucey in 11th. In the Jag, and Golden Brownie, he will come through to finish in 12th place. Obviously, if you've enjoyed it, hit that like button, maybe consider subscribing, and then we do have another round next week. I think it's at Tokyo, so maybe a few night races, but yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.